Special thanks to Patreon supporter ZPro Warfare for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Zackary here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the M1117 Guardian, also denoted as the Armored Security Vehicle, ASV. It is an internal security vehicle based on the V100 and V150 Commando series of armored cars. It was developed in the late 1990s for service with the United States Military Police Corps. The first prototypes appeared in February 1997, and serial production of the M1117 commenced between 1999 and early 2000. The M17 was one of the first American military vehicles to be built on a specialized mine-resistant hull, and after 2001 was adopted in increasing numbers as a direct response to a threat posed by improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, to U.S. forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. Its armament consists of a Mark 19 grenade launcher and M2 HP Browning machine gun mounted in a turret similar to that used on the U.S. Marine Corps amphibious assault vehicle, and a M240H medium machine gun mounted outside the gunner's hatch. The vehicle was utilized by American military police and convoy security units in Iraq and Afghanistan. It is a more heavily protected and heavily armed alternative to the armored Humvee, which was not originally designed to be a protected fighting vehicle. In 2015, Textron Systems rebranded the M1117 as the Commando family of vehicles, bringing back the name of the vehicle from which the M1117 was derived. So yeah, the M1117 Guardian. Overall, really interesting vehicle, and if you were around the channel recently, we just did the M1200, which is basically an upgraded version of the M1117, and kind of gives it a more upgraded armor package, and also a new type of armament and all that kind of stuff with the turret and different kind of structuring. So what's really cool is you can use both these in a convoy, so definitely refer to that. Tutorial was posted a few weeks ago after this video coming out, so you can have two of these in a convoy. Recently released some Humvees and all that, and there's also tutorials for the Bradley, LAV, and all that, so you really can create some pretty cool convoys now with some of the vehicles we've been coming out with on the channel. Anyways, before we go and jump in and take a look at the build, I want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter ZPro Warfare for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in the video description, where you can go and put a small amount to the channel every month and earn a vehicle request you're choosing, depending on which tier you sub to. Help support the work I do and the channel, and obviously you earn a vehicle request you're choosing every month, so some cool benefits to it, and it definitely helps me out a lot. So feel free to check it out. Again, link is always in my video descriptions. Anyways, let's go and dive in and take a look at this vehicle and see what we got going on. So to start off with, we've obviously, it's a 4x4 vehicle, so 4 wheels, all-wheel drive. We've got the front here, and again, if you've built the M1200, you're very familiar with this vehicle, as it's this exact same hull to it, just with a different turret is really the main giveaway. So we have the turret up here, which again, as I mentioned, has a machine gun, 50 caliber machine gun, and also a grenade launcher built into the turret. There are some that do have the option of adding another machine gun mounted on the top here, but as you can see, I do not have it included, as looking at a lot of them, they really don't have them too much, so I decided to go ahead and kind of bypass on that portion of the tutorial, or adding that on the top there. Plus, I think the turret looks fine as is. We come to the back here, obviously nothing too fancy with it, pretty standard little back here, and that's pretty much the vehicle. Overall, I think it's a really nice vehicle. Again, going to make an awesome addition to any of your worlds, and especially in a convoy type role, or maybe just providing some security around some type of military installations you're working on. Anyways, that's it for this overview. Let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our first layer, and we go ahead and start off with layer 1. For layer 1, go ahead and get started with here, and place down 2 narrow brick stairs like this. We then want to go ahead and go off the narrow brick stair right here. We're going to place down a sandstone top slab, birchwood trapdoor, and an sandstone top slab, followed by a narrow brick upside stair, and a stair coming off of it like so. From this, we're going to go ahead and then skip a space back from the wheels, and we're going to go and then place down a birchwood trapdoor. Same thing over here on this side, just like that. We then want to go ahead and skip 2 spaces back from the trapdoor, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a set of 2 narrow brick stairs back to back like so. So we basically have a space of 4 between this wheel and this wheel here. We then want to go ahead and go over this side and repeat the same process. Have our wheels like that, and then for our axle here, sandstone top slab, trapdoor, and a sandstone top slab like that. And once you have that complete there, that is going to complete the basis here for the vehicle, the wheelbase pretty much. Here's what it looks like from up above, and once you have that all complete, that's it for layer 1. With that, let's move into layer number 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2, we're going to start off by placing down an anvil on top of these two right here. Or not anvil, sorry, 2 nether brick stairs back to back on top of these 2 nether brick stairs. And it's going to be like this for each one of our 4 wheels to go ahead and create our wheels like that. Once that's done, for the axles here, we're going to place down a stone brick wall on top of those 2 sandstone top slabs and an anvil on top of the trapdoor in between them. And we're going to do that for both axles. After that, we're going to start on our end that's toward the front. So obviously this end here is our front side. We're going to place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across, followed by a second row of 3 after that, going forward. And then on the middle block here, we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor like so, and a tripwire hook to both sides like that. Moving backwards, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves birchwood planks. We're going to place down a row of 3 of birchwood planks across, followed by a second row of 3. And we're going to then place down a birchwood fence gate to both sides and have it open up toward the planks like that. From this point here, we're going to go and take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down 2 rows of 3 across like so. And we're going to then take our birchwood buttons and place down 1, 2, 1, 2 along the sides of those blocks. From this point, we're going to go to this space in between here. We're going to place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across. We're going to then place down a birchwood fence gate in the middle, followed by a skeleton skull coming off of it. And then coming off the sides here of it, we're going to place down a stone top slab to both sides, followed by a item frame and a tripwire hook is what we're going to need. We're going to place down an item frame on these 2 sandstone top slabs, a tripwire hook in the item frame, and we want to make sure that we rotate we're going to rotate the tripwire hook so it's facing downwards, and then a skeleton skull here to the sides of these slabs. And once that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for the layer. If you do want the additional option, you can add these wheel designs onto the sides of the wheels here. It's completely optional. Some people like it, some people don't. So I'm going to show you guys how to make those, but just note that you don't have to include it if you don't like it. Anyways, let's go and move into the banners. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into making these banners. Now for these banners, you can go ahead and choose to make the inside of the rim here, which is basically this yellow color, yellow to kind of go somewhat with the tan, or you can choose to make it a dark gray. Either way, it's going to work, but it's kind of up to you guys. I prefer the yellow just because it's the closest to how it usually is with having tan rims, but obviously we don't have tan dye, so we can't get it perfect. Anyways, to make this real simple, we're going to place down a loom. We're going to go into our loom and place down a black banner and yellow dye. For each one of these looms, we're going to go and select the line on the left. So this is going to be our first banner, and then we're going to select the line on the right here for the second banner of yellow dye. So we get these 2 banners that look like this. Each one of these banners is going to get put back into the loom, and we're going to take our black dye, and we're going to go and select the stripe here across the bottom, and the stripe here across the top, and that's going to do it there for our banner for that one, and then the same thing for the other banner. So we get 2 banners that look just like that. And we're going to place these down on the nether brick stairs so that the yellow here is facing each other just like that. That's going to be around there for each one of those wheels, and you get something that looks like that there from the side. Anyways, that right there is going to complete what we have here for layer 2. Let's move on to layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and move on to our next layer. We moved on to layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 3 on top of this first row of 3 in the front here like so. Coming off the middle block, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair, followed by a smooth sandstone full block to both sides, item frames on both sides, and then a snowball in the item frames just like that. We then want to place down a skeleton skull on the sides here of these sandstone blocks, and then a smooth sandstone stair on both ends of this row of 3, a smooth sandstone across. Going back from the stair, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down corner stair, and we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair coming off of it. Coming off this upside down stair, we're going to place down 1 and 2 birchwood upside down stairs back, so this sandstone stair here is going to turn into a corner stair, and after those 2 birchwood upside down stairs, we're going to place down 2 more sandstone upside down stairs, sandstone upside down corner stair, and a sandstone upside down stair here, and then another sandstone upside down stair coming off that stair, so you turn it into a corner stair. So we have a sandstone stair, 2 upside down corner stairs, 2 sandstone stairs, 2 birchwood stairs, 2 sandstone corner stairs, and then a sandstone upside down stair there in the front. We're going to go and repeat the same process over here to this side, so I'm going to go and do this a little bit quicker. But it's the same exact thing on both sides here. And just like that. Once that's all complete there, we're going to go up from these stone brick walls with another stone brick wall. And then the remaining space on the inside here, we can just go and take some sandstone full blocks and just go ahead and completely fill the space in. If you do want to add some interior, you can go and try to fit some interior in. This vehicle does not have much room for interior, but you're always welcome to try to make something fit. Now when we get to this section here between these last two sandstone upside down stairs, we want to go and fill in this space here with a row of 3 of birchwood planks. We're going to then place down a ladder, turn off the 2 planks to the sides there, and a stone button there on the middle block, just like that. And with that all complete there, that's going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 3. And with that, let's go and move on to our next layer, layer number 4. I guess moving on to our next layer, we move on to layer number 4. For layer 4, we're going to start off by placing a birchwood trapdoor on top of this upside down stair. And then from it, we're going to place down a row of 3 of sandstone slabs, followed by a birchwood trapdoor to both sides like that. From that, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post here on top of those 2 skeleton skulls. And then coming off the fence post, we're going to place down a fence gate, have it open up toward the fence post, and same thing over here as well. We then want to place down a birchwood sign, come off the side of this birchwood fence post, and we want it on the side facing toward the front, like so. We're also going to place down a lever on top of these 2 sandstone blocks, so we want to make sure that the lever is facing toward the birchwood fence post. After that, we're going to go to the other side here of these fence gates, and we're going to place down a item frame on both sides, and in that item frame we're just going to place down a glass pane like that for the side mirrors. After that point, we're going to take our light gray stained glass, we're going to place down a row of 3 of light gray stained glass blocks across, followed by a sandstone slab to both sides. We then want to place down a sandstone stair to both sides here, and then a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across behind the light gray stained glass. To the sides here, we're going to take our birchwood stairs, we're going to place down 1 and 2, birchwood stairs back, and same thing over here, 1 and 2 birchwood trapdoor stairs back. And then in the space in between them, we're just going to fill this in with smooth sandstone. We then want to go to the side here of the second stair, we're going to place down a birchwood sign, followed by an item frame, and then in that item frame, we're going to place down a black concrete block. We're going to go over to the other side here, same thing, birchwood sign, item frame, and a black concrete block in the item frame. We then want to place down another row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across, followed by a sandstone stair again to both sides. We're going to go ahead and do another row of 3 of smooth sandstone across, followed by a second row of 3 after that. And then on both sides here for basically jerry cans on the side of the vehicle, we're going to place down 2 green shulker boxes on both sides. If you don't want to build the shulker boxes, you can go and very simply just place down 2 sandstone stairs in their place on both sides. But that's that. And on top of the shulker boxes here, just so we don't forget to do it, we're going to place down zombie heads on top of them as well, again if you are including the shulker boxes. After this, we're going to place down another row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across, followed by a sandstone stair to both sides, or sorry, my bad, a birchwood trapdoor, or birchwood stair, my bad, to both sides. And then come off this stair, we're going to place down a sandstone corner stair, like so. Now on the 2 sides of the corner stair here, we're going to place down 2 birchwood signs, same thing on both sides. On the side here, we're going to place down an item frame and a black concrete block, same thing over here. And on the side facing toward the back, we're going to place down an item frame on both sides, and in that item frame, we're going to place down a red stained glass block, like that. After that, we're going to take our sandstone walls, we're going to place down a row of 3 of sandstone walls across the middle space, just like that. And after that's all done there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for this layer. Actually, one quick thing we're going to add on is we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off the front here of this sandstone stair to both sides up here near the front. After that though, that is going to wrap up what we have for layer number 4 for the build. With that, we're going to move into our final layers here, which are going to consist of layers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to basically put the whole top on the vehicle, finish it off, and put the turret and the radio antennas. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our last final layers, we have layers 5 through 9. For these layers to begin with, we're going to go ahead and take our birchwood trapdoors and place down a row of 3 across the front here like so. We then want to place down a smooth sandstone slab, followed by a birchwood slab on both sides of that slab like so. We then want to place down a sandstone upside down stair after that slab, a sandstone full block behind the stair, and then a upside down stair around the remaining 3 sides there of that block like so. Now going ahead and going toward the front here, we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor. Coming off the sides here, actually my bad, we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor over here on the right side. Over here on the left side, we're going to place down a sandstone top slab. And then in the remaining corners here, these stairs, we're going to place down sandstone top slabs around the vehicle. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood stair on top of this sandstone upside down stair, and then a birchwood stair coming off this one like that. We then want to go ahead and place down a sandstone slab coming off both sides of this stair toward the front, and then in the corners here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull at about a 45-degree angle here in the corner spaces on top of those sandstone top slabs. Coming off the sides of those skeleton skulls, we're going to place down a nether brick slab with a skeleton skull, wither skeleton skull come off the front of the slab, like so. And then on the bottom of the slab, we're going to place down a lever and flick it toward the inside there. Same thing over here, lever, flick it toward the inside like that. Now, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood sign on the front here of this stair. And then going ahead and going to the front here, we're going to place down an item frame coming off this birchwood stair. In that item frame, we're going to go ahead and place down a black bed, rotate on its side like so. And we're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves a birchwood pressure plate. And we're going to place down a birchwood pressure plate on the sandstone upside down stair right in front of it. Now to the, what will be the right side here of the turret, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate coming off this slab like so. And we're going to go ahead and follow it up by placing down a end rod. After that, on top of the fence gate here, we're going to go and place down a skeleton skull, just like that. Over here for the other side, we're going to go and place down a daylight detector. Coming off the side of the daylight detector, we're going to place down a skeleton skull, and then an end rod coming off the daylight detector like that for your grenade launcher. And that right there is going to wrap up the turret. Moving our way toward the back here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of birchwood buttons across this space right here. We then want to place down a row of 3 of daylight detectors, followed by a second row of 3 of daylight detectors. On the very back here, to go and finish this build off, we're going to place down a nether brick fence post on top of these 2 corner sandstone stairs, and then going up from it, we're going to place down 4 iron bars that go up like this from each of these nether brick fence posts to go ahead and create your back radio antennas. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up my design here for the M1117 armored security vehicle. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this design, I do ask you guys to give me proper credit for it. This can be a thing from the side of the build link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. Again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter ZPro Warfare for making this tutorial possible, and feel free to check out my Patreon page. Again, link is in my video descriptions. Other than that, though, that's going to do it for this tutorial. Thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been great to before, and I'll see you guys next time.